We now go to the profile of our third murder victim. We turn now to Detective Ed Soares, who will give us that profile.
September 4th, 2007, at around 7 p.m., Jamel Little was on the 100 block of Azalea Drive in East Palo Alto. Unknown subjects, possibly in a green SUV with chrome wheels, approached Jamel and fired numerous rounds. Prior to police arriving on scene, Mr. Little was transported to Stanford Hospital by friends. When police arrived at the hospital several hours later, Mr. Little succumbed to his injuries.
Thank you. So we now turn to family members and friends of Jamel. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for the courage to speak out. First, if you will, tell us your names and how you are related to Jamel.
My name is Wanda Little. I'm his mother.
My name is Curtis White. I'm his first cousin.
My name is Stefani Pennywell, and I'm his first daughter's mother.
So, Wanda, tell us how you found out about Jamel's murder.
It was about 6:30. Stephanie called me and said, Wanda, I think Jamel been shot. And I think someone took him to Stanford. And I just got all nervous and panicked. I said, okay, I'm on my way, I'm on my way. So she kept calling me, Wanda, he been shot, I think he died. I said, no, Stephanie, don't tell me that. She said, Wanda, it's true, I think he died. I was like, Stephanie, don't say that. I said, okay, I'm on my way. So when I got there, I think it was about 7:30, something to 8, because I live in Union City. When I got there, the man in emergency met me at the door and said that, yes, your son died, and that the police officers was on their way, and when they came, Officer Sanchez, I think, spoke with me, and he just told me what was going on and stuff like that, and I still couldn't believe it. But they had told me, well, if you want to see him, I can. I was like, okay. First I said, yeah, I'll go see him. Then I changed my mind because I just want to remember him, how I last seen him.
How many children do you have?
I had 3. I have 2 left.
You have 2. And how did you find out?
Well, I was I was at home with my 2 daughters, and my auntie Joyce called me, and she said that my cousin Jamel had been shot. And when she said it, I thought that, he was shot, but, he was making it, or they was doing what they had to do to keep him alive. I didn't even really think it was fatal, so I just told her I was on my way. And all hysterical, I drove off and realized I couldn't even really drive myself, so I came back home, and then my fiance drove me to the hospital, and I too stay in Fremont, so we was coming across the bridge. And I called my auntie back, and I asked her, how he was doing, and she was just telling me he was gone, and I just broke down. I couldn't take it, no, I couldn't even realize he was gone. It's still hard to realize he's gone.
Wow. And how did you find out?
Well, I was doing hair, and I got a call from one of my friends and was saying, Stephanie, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, girl, I'm doing hair. And I was like, but why? And she was like, well, Jamel just got shot. I don't know if he did or not. And I'm like, oh, no. I'm like, okay, where he at? And I had to have my sister drive me to the hospital, and everybody was calling me. I didn't know nothing. Wouldn't nobody tell me nothing. So when I got there, I kind of figured it because they wouldn't let me into the emergency. And so they called us to the back, and by that time, some of his friends was there, and they did pronounce him dead then.
So Jamel was how old?
20.
20 years old.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can, tell us about Jamel. And we have some photographs of him we're going to put up in just a moment. But you're his mom. Tell us, what was your son like?
He grew up in the church, singing in the choir, playing the drums. It was just, so he was an outgoing person. He was quiet, but don't get on his wrong side, on his bad side. And that's how him and his sisters and brothers, they had their little difference, just like he had his difference with his cousin here. Even, you know, they grew up together real close in the church, singing and everything.
Let's take a look at the photos. I think we have maybe 4 photographs of Jamel. And while they're coming up now, maybe one of you two then will tell us about Jamel. What was he like? There's a photo there. Now, what's that? What's going on in that photo?
That's me when I was pregnant.
Uh-huh. And that's Jamel.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so
He
how
had-
long ago was that?
Boy, he was
That
young.
was back in,
When was that?
Was he like 17, 16 or something?
he
Right.
was, it
That was like
back in-
4 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Almost
See if we have-
5.
Yeah.
See if you have another photo of Jamel. And what's that? There he is.
Oh, that's with, he was at his girlfriend's house, I think at a family reunion. Her brother had came up from south somewhere,
Right.
so they was at a reunion.
Let's see another photo. We have another. Now, what's going on there?
He was
Jamel.
at a studio.
Uh-huh.
They was practicing music, and he was pretending he playing the bass, I
Well,
guess.
Do we have one more photograph of Jamel? Let's see if there we go. Now, what's happening there?
That's where he's being laid to rest,
Oh,
where that's all his homeboys.
Yeah.
Is that,
well,
who is that in the front? I don't know who that is in the front, but that's all his buddies at the cemetery.
So, after seeing that photograph, how does it make you all feel to know that no one has been arrested for killing Jamel?
It hurts because I know there's someone out there that know what happened or knows something about it. And if it was their family or someone in their family, they would want someone to speak up and say something also.
How does it make you feel?
It makes me feel like no one cares about paying the price until it's them that has to pay the price. I mean, just like my auntie said, if it was one of their family members, someone close to them, they would be breaking down doors and walls to really find out, or they really would want somebody to say something, but
Right.
the shoes on the other foot, no one's don't want to say anything.
Right. And very quickly, but how do you?
It hurts. I think people need to stop thinking of it as snitching. It's more of helping, because they would want somebody to
Right.
help them if they was in the same predicament.
Well,
I mean,
I just want to, I have to kind of move on in the show. So I really thank all of you all for stepping up. You all have done the right thing by coming on, make the call. And let's hope and pray that somebody else out
Makes
there
the call.
watching will do the right thing. And the right thing is to call the Murder Tip Hotline, 1-888-MURDER-0.